Hey guys, Mike here, I'm AG and
PJ.
And this is Nintendo Now, and we're going to be covering all the Nintendo news from May 12th to 19th, 2015. And PJ's going to start off here with the NX.
So there was an interview with Iwata quite recently about the NX. And basically what this interview is saying is that Iwata is confirming that the NX will not be replacing... Well, it won't be a simple replacement for the 3DS or the Wii U. And he wanted to announce the NX so early because he wanted to let the fans know that Nintendo is making a dedicated video game platform that is brand new.
Now, while the NX isn't going to be shown at E3, we are getting to other things like holiday 2015 games and 2016 teases that will be shown off at E3, including some games that are supposed to launch. All of these games are supposed to launch before April 2016, and they're going to mainly be gamepad games utilized just to the max, unlike most Wii U games, and they're going to be mainly led by Mr. Miyamoto, which would include Star Fox, because that could use the gyroscope of the gamepad, and Project Giant Robot, which is supposed to release this summer, and other games that Miyamoto is tied to.
Next, we have E3 2015 news about Nintendo's main events. So on May 30th, some Best Buy locations in major cities will have qualifying tournaments for the Nintendo World Championships. And if they get through that, the regional event, they will go to the Nokia Theater in LA to go for the final championship on June 14th. We will have another Nintendo digital event this year for E3, just like we did last year, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific on the 16th. And we also have the Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 returning. On 2 days during the week of E3, Best Buy locations will actually be allowing fans to try out Mario Maker. And this will take place 4 to 9 p.m. local time on June 17th. And noon to 5 p.m. local time on Saturday, June 20th. And people that go to this special event will receive a cool 30th anniversary Super Mario Bros. Pin.
Now for the Nintendo World Championships, you're going to have to qualify, and to do so, you're going to have to head out to some local Best Buys, which are only including a few in the US, which are the San Francisco one, Toronto, Miami, Schulenburg, Maple Grove, Long Island City, Dallas, and Tacoma. Of course, there are multiple stores in those areas, so you just have to look them up. And these are going to be taking place from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And they're going to be taking place with some Nintendo 3DS systems, where you're going to have to do some score-based challenges in Ultimate NES Remix from games Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, and Dr. Mario.
And the global test fire software for Splatoon will actually be coming back for a day in the eShop to download on May 23rd, and you will be able to play from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific. And the Splatoon disc art was also recently kind of released to the public, so we're going to put that on the screen right now.
Now, of course, Splatoon is coming out pretty soon, but what about the games that are coming out later? So, of course, Fire Emblem releasing in Japan on the 25th of June, while in the US and Europe it's going to be 2016. We have the Fire Emblem versions, which are going to be split up into two different versions, black and white, much like Pokemon, and you're going to be able to choose the White Kingdom or Black Kingdom. Now, apparently, there's going to be a little bit of difference in difficulty, whether both offer their own paths and then the different stories, and you can play on one route and still get the same stories, but both will give like a deeper version of each side of the stories. Now, across both of the versions, though, there's going to be a few changes to the features. Now, there are going to be a casual mode which will allow the fallen units to return to your party after you finish the map. But there's an even easier mode called Phoenix mode for maybe unexperienced players, which pretty much brings back the fallen units in the next turn. However, if this is a difficulty setting, so you really can't change it back afterwards. Now, this is also going to limit the amount of times that you can use one weapon that has been removed across all modes, so pretty much you can keep whichever weapon you choose as often as you like without having to worry about having to keep rebuying it and saving for the powerful ones for later because they might break.
So in a recent issue of Famitsu, they've actually revealed more Project X Zone 2 characters. So we have Phoenix Wright, Maya Fey from Phoenix Wright, Axel Stone, voiced by Tomokazu Sugita from Streets of Rage, Addy from Summon Night 3, Nana Kazuki from God Eater 2, Keel Alakon from God Eater 2, and returning characters include Ryu from Street Fighter, Ken from Street Fighter, Gemini Sunrise from Sakura Wars, and Sakura Shinguji from Sakura Wars. And by the way, I'm sorry if I butchered any of those names.
And Phoenix Wright, of course, man, I just love their games.
Yeah.
But another thing that I'm excited for is the Me Fighter Amiibo. So this is kind of a rumor at this point. Someone could have 3D printed this, but the image that you see on the screen is actually a supposedly customizable Me Fighter Amiibo that is supposed to be on the way. And pretty much everyone's in debate in the air whether this is real or not. I think it's probably going to be real because if you see, there's no actual face. You kind of see a nose, you don't see eyes, no mouth, which I guess probably keeping it more neutral. But Nintendo kind of said they didn't want to discriminate people by doing this, so we're not sure. We're just going to have to wait to see. So anyways, guys, tell us your thoughts on any of these, any of the news that we talked about in this video in the comment section down below. And do you think Fire Emblem is going to become too easy because of these new modes that are being added? So anyways, guys, SmashGuys signing out. Peace.